I think I'm live again correctly with the chat option on. I know there's probably some people that are waiting, so I'm going to share the new one. Let's see if I can do that. If you are on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram as well today, please feel free to share this link with other people so they can come and watch as well. So I am sharing in a couple of my groups, and let's see, trying to get everybody invited. It's funny how this works. It's like it's not, oh, there we go. All righty. Now I'm getting hot all of a sudden. It's been snowing here. We've had a lot of snow overnight. Hey. Yeah, the chat was turned off on the first stream. I don't know why. So welcome everybody. We got Thunder and Deanne and Barbara and Tarzan and Carrie and Kay and Sherry and Paula and Victoria. So glad to have y'all here. Welcome. Hope you got your beverage. Hey, Austin. So glad to have you here. We got people from all around the world visiting us today. Like I said, we've got snow here that's falling. Hey, Susie. So glad to have you here. We're going to do a couple of fun little projects, easy stuff that can be made, and probably just chat just a little bit. How's everybody doing? Y'all staying out of trouble, having a good day? Who's following along in the 30 days of thankful? Hey, Cheryl. So Austin says, enjoying the snow. Kids and wife have a snow day on my weekend. Oh, boy. That means all the kids are home while Austin's off. Pouring down rain in western North Carolina. Deanne, you're doing this. I'm so glad that you are. Hey, Leslie, glad to see you. Carrie says mirror. I think she means me. Hey, Gloria. Hey, Cheryl's following along as well. Thank you, Norella. It's been kind of fun to do the videos and then just the daily blog posts. Norella is in Mississippi, and she says, never see snow, we get ice. Hey, that's okay, Susie. You can follow along as long as you want. You know, some people are even doing the 30 days. They're going to start it in January for January 1st. So even if you didn't start on November 1st, you can start this at any time. And for December, I'm going to have 30-day prompts, 30 journaling prompts for you as well. And I'll do a little journal. I won't personally post mine every single day, but I will share some photos on a few of the days and show you what my journal looks like. So here's some of what I've written. We made this live in October. It was the last week of October that we made this journal live. And as you can see, I'm just writing in it. You know what? And I don't worry about my handwriting. In fact, I don't want to show it to you yet because it hasn't published. But if I have a boo-boo, I just paste something over it and just keep going. Yeah, I'm worried that this is going to turn into rain and be freezing rain here, Deanna. I'm hoping it just stays as snow and then melts off. Norella says she'll be making the kit for the 30 days of thankful for the December prompts that we're having, so that I'm creating. I've already created the prompts, and I sent them to Norella to kind of see what she thought about that. And then she's going to be creating little journaling cards kind of like this that can go with the 30 days or 31 days in December. I haven't decided what we're going to call it. I think it's just December daily prompts. So we'll have little things like this and little placards like that. We all have those boo-boos, don't we, Leslie? So that's my journal that I've been working in. Set this over to the side. And then this is my, I guess you could say it's kind of a prototype that I've been working on. Hey, Annika, so glad to have you here. I plan in 2019, I've decided that I want my planner where I'm going to write my weekly, daily prompt of things that I'm working on. I'm going to do it in basically a Midori style journaling. So I'll make a little journal for each month next year. And that way, when I'm journaling that month, I just pull this one out. And it's easy to write on because it's flat. And I plan to make a different one for each month. So I was just kind of playing around with the Apple Spice digital kit. I use some of the planner pages, and I use some of the digital kit pages. And I even made little tabs to put on here. Is that kind of cute? Thank you, Christina. This is the Spiced Apple by Calico Collage, and then I put it with some of my mop-up papers, and I had some flocked paper that I picked up a long time ago at Tuesday morning, and I used it for the cover. Yeah, I think it would be easier, Susie, for me to do a monthly journal. And that way, too, at the end of the month, you're done with it. And so if you got sick of this theme after 4 weeks, you're not stuck with doing the same thing for the entire year. That was my idea anyway. So I'll be showing more. I've got one other that I've started. I don't know if I'm going to leave it this way or not. This one is using is that Serendipity? Which one is that one, Norella? You might share this one too. This is another one of the kits from Calico Collage. This time I didn't make a cover. I put a piece of transparency film on front. Norella just shared the link for the Apple Spice printable planner. And so this one I can't remember the name of this kit, but Norella will know. And I don't know if you can see the glitter that I added to the little squirrel. Here's an altered paper clip. Charming Forest. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. This one I did a different type of page tab. I used some of my mixed media gel prints or whatnot and made little tabs out of those. And these have all been sprayed with Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. I just love the variation of color, don't y'all? You like that? And if you order from Calico Collage, number one, tell her how you found out about the kits or digital downloads. And then also let's see, what else? Oh, I think she has discounts every once in a while, so make sure you check that out. So on these journal pages, whenever I download them, I just trim them out so that the white border, I don't have a journal page in front of me, but so for example, like these little artist trading cards, they come with the white border, and I will just go to my paper cutter. I got one laying here, and then I'll trim them out. So same concept with the pages. And then with like this page is a Franken page that I made by just taking a whole bunch of my sprayed pages when I use the Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist or use my stencils. Right, that was shiny. Sorry about that. And I don't put white gesso or anything on the edges. I just trim them out. Here's another one. I love that one. So here's again another one of those little page tabs. Does that answer your question? I hope it answered your question. Hey, Marla, it's so good to have you. So glad to have you. Oh, here's the little fox, and I put a little bit of glitter on him. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. You can kind of feel it. Okay, I'm glad that answered your question. So that's two of them that I'm working on, and they may be slightly different sizes, but the idea was I wanted to have at least enough paper that I had 4 of these weekly planner pages and then extra. Isn't that fox awesome? I think you did a great job with that, Norella, choosing that. And then I want to have some areas to write notes in case I'm working on a project or just anything that I want to share. So that's some things that I'm working on. We set this out of the way. Don't worry, I'll probably show it again and bore you to death. So let's see here. Still working on the subscription box. Do y'all want to see what I've got so far for the subscription box? I'm still waiting on some elements to get here. So I don't have it ready to launch yet. I'm hoping this week. I'm really hoping that the rest of the stuff will arrive and I'll be able to share it. Austin, you're so sweet. So show more goodies. Show the sub box. Okay, well, I'll do that as I crash and burn things around me. There we go. Let's move this out of the way. I'm in a tight space. Tight space. And things are falling everywhere. Things are falling everywhere. One of these days, I'm going to have a bigger space where I don't have to worry about knocking things over. Oh, good, Christina. I hope you have fun with it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you each portion that I have. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. I just had it here to have a little focal image. And we're going to make some little journaling cards here in just a moment. So this isn't everything, but I've been printing all of my little images so I know what goes in there. So here's the subscription box package. So in that kit, you will get a Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. And I need to spray this, I think, onto a piece of paper. I'll spray it on here. Let's get this. So you can kind of see the color a little bit better. And it matches the kit perfectly, in my opinion. So we're going to have a Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. You're going to get a junk pack. I don't know if you can see how thick that is, but there's a lot of goodies in there. Then you're going to get a printed journal. Mine isn't bound. It's just kind of stuck together. But you'll have this really nice card stock cover. And that's the front and inside. And then you'll have a insert page. There are going to be 3 of these put in. So it'll make a total of 12 pages. And this measures 8.5 tall by 5.5 wide. So see how that blue from the Tattered Angels just matches perfectly. And then you'll get some fussy cut images or elements. So we've got this page with a large tag and small journaling cards, a couple of words, fussy cut images here, a corner spot, a belly band. These are enclosure cards. So you cut these out and fold them in half, and that's a little card. So you get 2 big ones and 3 little ones. You get 3 envelopes. So this envelope fits the large enclosure card, and this one fits the small enclosure card. And it's 2-sided. So you'll see the holly leaves on the inside. And then these are a set of postcards that are part of the kit. And these are two-sided as well. So you can actually mail these if you wanted. I don't think these will go. They might, but might get lost. So that's the journal and the elements. Yeah, I like the postcards too, Norella. You did a good job on the postcards. So I'm going to stick this back in here. I'm trying to keep this all nice and neat so I know where everything is. And then you're going to get a stencil. So this is a snowflake stencil. And that's what it looks like when you spray through the stencil. And then that's kind of a representation, that one's a better one, of mopping up from the stencil. So when you spray through the stencil, take another piece of paper and lay it on top, and you get two different looks from one spraying. So that's the exclusive stencil that will not be in my shop other than in the subscription box. And then this isn't finished yet, but I'm making little envelopes. And inside these envelopes, it's going to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So we've got some hymnal paper that I have selected so far. So you'll get like, they may not all be attached, but there'll be at least two of these pieces of paper. Some ribbon, not ribbon, some lace. So this is some of the lace. There's two different kinds. And then you'll get a couple of doilies. And then this is a yard of sparkly eyelash trim. What do you think of that? Isn't that fun? Yeah, sheet music. I thought that would be good for it. And then this one is just a little envelope, and I'm still adding things to it. What I'm doing is every time I get a new item, I have to count out, do I have 100 of those? And so inside this little envelope, you're going to get various little snowflake items and some little rhinestones. Can you see all that? So there'll be these little rhinestones and snowflake rhinestones, and these are sequins, and this is a little iridescent sequin. See how pretty that is? Some buttons, and then some of these little bulb clips. So like I said, I'm still adding stuff to it, but it's all getting there. Just waiting on a couple more components, and then all of this will fit into a little envelope that I'm making because I wanted something cute that would have Linda's kit, if you will. And I thought, well, can't I use some of the scrapbook paper that I have a ton of that I'm not going to use all of? Some of them I don't like the colors. So some of these envelopes may be kind of wild, but I thought they would be good for this type of a project. And then whoever got it could alter it. They could do something else with it. So you like that? So that's the kit. It's going to be $24.99 plus shipping. And gosh, if everything goes well, we'll be able to post that this week. I will do a YouTube video. I will post it on my blog, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Patreon, whenever it's ready. Okay, so that's the main subscription kit, if you will. So we set that over here out of the way. Hey, Erin, so glad to have you here. So then this is the add-on kit. So this is going to be a paint system. You're going to get a green, a silver, a pink. This is Crystal Glam. So it'll be, let me get it to focus. It'll be a, come on. It'll be a clear glitter that's kind of glossy. You can kind of see the glitter on the bottom there. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. And then here is a high impact paint that's in a bright red. So you'll get all 5 of those. And I don't know the price of that yet, but it'll be very reasonable. And it can be added to your subscription box. Put that in there. And I love the colors. They match the kit perfectly. And then here is the printable journal kit, paper kit. So in it, you're going to get 2 cover pages, 7 double-sided journal pages, 5 element that are full of tags, pockets, tickets, and fussy cut images. So here is one of the covers. Here is the next cover. And these are 8.5 tall by 11 inches wide. This is my proof, so it hasn't been trimmed yet. And here is the next cover. I love the images. So then let's go to the pages next. So here's one of the pages. I love it. And the paper feels really good. It's a nice quality paper. You can also purchase the digital kit as well. So whenever you're doing the subscription box, you'll get the journal and the little ephemera kit and the stencil and the tattered angel, 1 bottle tattered angels, the junk pack, and then buy a little goodie bag. And then you can choose to add on the printed kit. You can also choose to add on the digital kit, and you can choose to add on the paint, and you can choose to add on rubber stamps if you want. So we're trying to make it to where, depending on your budget, you can get all of it or just get the subscription box. It's up to you. Here's the journaling cards, and these are just one-sided. It's a tag set that's one-sided. This is a library pocket and library cards. And those are even book plates. There's some more journaling cards. Fussy cut. And then here is some pockets. So those are the printed pages. And the same elements can be had in the downloadable version as well. And I'm waiting on some more samples to be sent to me, and then I will be making journals and elements using the printed kit. So you can see how it can be used. You can use it for making just a journal. You could also use them for making to-from tags for Christmas. So there's a lot of ways that this could be used. Use it for scrapbooking as well. Unless you want some of the mist only, you said, I may, depending on how things are going, I may start carrying Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist in my little shop. We're trying to work this out to see how well we can ship them for me, or if I can ship them direct from Canvas Corp brands. Aren't the ticket thingies kind of cool? I really like those. Alrighty, well, let's see here. Let me show you what else I've got. So most of you know that I've been playing with, hey, Carrie. Are you excited about it? I've been working with my gel prints. So I'll just kind of show you what I've done. So what I did was I took my gel print, this is the original, and I scanned it into my computer. And I don't think this is showing up very well on camera, but there is the scanned in printed. You can buy the digital kit as an add-on to the subscription box. So you have to have both. The subscription box, and then you can buy the digital kit. So I just kind of took these pages and scanned them into my computer just so that I could have them again for other projects in the future. You're welcome, Susie. And then I printed them off. So here's a couple that I printed. I like that one. I really like this. Oh, off screen, off camera. And it's hard to tell the colors on the screen, but they're much prettier on this paper in person. This is more of a teal blue, teal greenish blue. And then here's another one with the circles. I don't know. I had fun doing that. And then the other thing I did was, after I scanned them in, I trimmed them into 1-inch strips. So you can kind of see there. And then I adhered them to a piece of cardstock. And I used a zigzag and swirly stitches. I also stamped over the top with gold embossing powder. Hey, Saffron, so good to have you here. I love these colors too, Deanne. That's why I use them a lot. So that was something that I've kind of been playing around with. And I made a scan of it so I could use it again. It changes the color a little bit every time I scan it in. But I don't know, it's kind of interesting. So it looks like real stitches. You can hardly tell the difference. Isn't that neat? So there's an idea as well to use some of the stuff that you guys have and scan in your art. Now make sure you're not scanning anything that is copyright protected. So in the case of my gel prints, I'm using a stencil that I made. I'm using a rubber stamp that has a very generous angel policy, which allows me to scan in my projects. The only thing they do not allow is for you to reproduce the stamp to sell the stamp image. Isn't the stripe one fun? So, you know, if you're doing that, have fun with it. Let's see what else. So let's kind of talk about digital images. So I'm sharing some digital images from Calico Collage. And I want to address some concerns that I have from things that I've been seeing. I saw where a person took the thumbnail, which was showing you what the digital image looked like, and they were downloading it and printing it and making art out of it. And you didn't buy it, so that's really not cool to download somebody's image and use it. So I hope that whenever you are getting images that you're following the copyright for it. If it belongs to an artist that they're selling that file, you should really buy the file. If they're offering it for free, make sure you follow their rules for using that file so that you're not in violation of copyright, because it's just not cool to steal things from other people. And did you know that when you download the digital files, they're high quality image? And what I did was I printed these just as they are, and that's an ATC size. And then I told it to print the whole sheet as a 5x7 image, and this is the size it came out. And that was no cropping and you know, manipulation. I was just telling my printer to print the whole sheet, which is this sheet, as a 2 5x7. I know I have another one. Here it is. So it comes out like that. So it comes out where you get 2 of them on a page. And Norella makes a good point. She says, you know, things that you see on Pinterest that say they're free may not be free. Again, you need to make sure that the copyright is correct. Yeah, just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's free. That's exactly right. You guys are very welcome. So that's what I did here is I made 2 different sizes here so I could use them in my projects. And then these are, oh, I'm sorry you're having problems, Marianne. I hope it gets better for you. It starts working. So let me share. This is one of the digital kits that I was looking at. So you guys get an idea. Yeah, hit the refresh button and it should start working for you. And then let's see, here's another one. Copy and paste. All righty. Okay, so what I did prior to the video is I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and I cut it into 4 pieces, and that brings it down to making that a 5.5 by 4.25 inch piece. And then I cut one of my scans of my gel print to be 4 inches by 5.25. Oh, that one needs to be trimmed. It didn't get trimmed right. If it's in the free domain, you need to read the copyright of it. Then you can use it for your art, but you need to make sure that you're not trying to sell it. There's a lot of free artwork out there, sure. All right, so now that I trimmed that down, so that's the size of this here. And let's go ahead, I'm gonna put some distressed ink on there. I'm just gonna make a journal card, or this could be a thank you card. It can be very confusing, you know, and that's why it's just better that if you're gonna get images, that you get them from a reputable source, that you're not just going off of Pinterest, what looks good, and right-clicking on the image and doing a save as. They are copywritten. They probably have their watermark on there. A lot of times those images that you do that with are going to be low resolution, and it would be a better resolution if you had purchased the image. So I'm just going to put a little glue on the back side of this. And then I will stick this down. So I'm going to show you one without stitches, and I'll do one with stitches, okay? I think I like, what do you think? I think that one will be good. So have you ever not had the right color of paper for your project and you want it to match? Well, here's an idea. This is just craft paint. And we're going to get a paintbrush here. Yeah, you got to know, if you're going to sell your journals, you need to make sure that you're buying the right ones that will let you sell them. So here's what I'm doing. I'm just taking my paintbrush and painting the edges of my paper. Kind of making a frame. I'm not worried about it if it's messy because it's going to be covered up in the center. I just want to make sure that I get a good coverage all the way around the edges. Like that. Easy, huh? Clean off my paintbrush so I'll have it ready for next time. And if you're in a big hurry, you can use your heat tool to dry it. So I'm just going to dry it just a little bit. I can see that the paint's still a little wet. And then we'll put some glue on the back of this. Hey, Robin, so glad you're here. I'm just going to center it onto the purple piece. I'm in the bright colors mood. Thank you, Deborah, for blowing on it to get it to dry. It's like, dry, dry. So at this point, if I wanted to sew, I can either sew this together and then I'll have stitches in the middle. I can sew them separately. So I'll show you what they look like, different colors, but same concept. Sewn. And then this is without it being sewn. So which one do you like better? Do you like the one with the stitches or the one without the stitches? I think both look pretty cool. Yeah, please make sure you like this video. Share it with your friends. So we're going to adhere this down. If you're using stamps in your art, if you are depending on the angel policy, some of them you cannot sell. For example, anything that has a Disney character on it, you cannot sell something you've stamped with a Disney character. That's just their copyright. But in the case of using the stamps from Beeline Designs, I can stamp things that I can sell with her. I can stamp and create a piece of artwork and scan it into my computer, and I can sell the prints that I make or the digital download if I want as well. I do use the same color thread, so my top thread and bottom thread are the same color. And here's the reason why. If I have a piece of paper that's going to be turned over, I want it to kind of match. So if I'm sewing pages together or something, I think that's okay, you know, to make. Yeah, Calico Collage Images, I think her usage is 100 prints of that image that you can use to sell. If you plan to do more than that, she can sell you a commercial license for the images. Hey, Naomi! Love the stitching. So there's two different looks. And I may, after the stream, go to my sewing machine and stitch around that. And that'll just mean that there's to be a box in the middle. Oh, wow, Jackie, that would be awesome. You got some 100-year-old postcards she's going to scan in. And she's got some 80-year-old scrapbooks from a family. Yeah, that's right, Christina. Seek permission of the copyright owner. That is the best rule of thumb. Make sure that you've got the rights to use it. So that's just two different styles right there. Carrie's playing, huh? So how easy was that to make? And you can use those gel prints. You can use scrapbook papers. And you could use a bunch of these in a project. You like that? I love doing the stitching. So it's just fun. All right, well, let's see what else we've got here. Oh, Robin said she lost track of time. She was playing and working. So let's make a bookmark. Oh, Austin, you want me to do some Christmas themed? Well, I may do that next week. I don't have any Christmas theme in front of me. Gloria, what I have found when sewing is you want to make sure that it's dry. Whether it be paint or glue, you want to make sure that it is dry, completely dry. Otherwise, it will gum up your needle and it could cause the paper to, you'll hear it go picking up and not stitching correctly. So you want to just make sure it's dry and then you can work on it. So Austin says he's working on Christmas gel prints right now. Well, if I can find, I'll look here in a moment, see if I've got my images that I printed some. I don't know if I have them handy. So here I printed some of the same paper. Actually, I think I just cut part of it off. And then this is a piece of paper that is 8.5 long by 2¼ inches wide. And so I thought I could put that on here. Wouldn't that look kind of pretty? So I'm going to do some distress edge on this one. But there, Calico Collage has a bunch of Christmas images. You may need to change the size of needle that you have, Carrie. I use a 8011, I believe. It's an Oregon needle, and I have not had any problems with it whatsoever. If your needle is too thin, it may not go through the paper very well. And if it's gigantic, it'll make giant holes. But I've not had problems with needles. Heck, I can use the same needle for a really, really long time. Usually I end up bending it because I get something caught or something like that in it. Diddle needle, that's a big needle. I don't use one that big. Mine's a lot smaller. All right, so we're going to adhere this together. I got the long strip. Oh, wow. Naomi said she's had her needle for 5 years and it snapped the other day. Oh, yeah, the 25 numbered Christmas images. I forgot about those, Norella. Those would be perfect for a bunch of cards that you can make. And you could do an advent calendar with those numbers. Why don't you share that link? Hey, Lisa. So glad to have you here. Hello, hello. So I used my 40-year-old machine for journals, Gloria, but I don't have any problem. I just keep the needle away from the glued areas. Yep. Yeah, those 25-day little cards are really cute. I think you might like them. Robin says that I should use or make an advent calendar next week so she can be inspired. Oh, well, so everybody can be inspired, not just her. Well, this image is wider than. I'm trying to decide, do I want it in the middle? That's kind of washed out, but do I want it in the middle or down at the bottom? Which do you like? Down at the bottom? In the middle? I'm not straight. I think I'll do it right in the middle. And this will be a bookmark. Oh, how sweet. She needs a big bottle of glue. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to put on my advent calendar, but maybe that's what I'll do next week. You asked, I'll see what I can do for next week. How's that? In the middle. Someone finally said in the middle. Oh, hello, Grace. So glad to have you here. Yeah, you got to have the right pressure foot for the right stitch. As someone knows in our chat there, the first time they used a sewing machine, they failed to put the pressure foot down. They put their pressure foot down and then it started sewing correctly. All right, I'm checking to see if I have my Christmas images laying here, and I don't. I think I moved them somewhere because I planned to do another project and now I can't find them. I don't see them. Where are they? All right, no Christmas images for you. No Christmas images for you. But you can do the same thing. I mean, it's just picking a Christmas image, right? Austin says, but that person must be very thankful for Linda's help that day. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mariana, you were having technical problems. If if you're having problems and you turn off your computer and then turn it back on, it might start working again. And it could be that just wherever you are, there's a glitch and it's just not loading up and you can't see it. So sorry that you're having problems. Oh dear. All righty. Let's see here. Well, let's just make, I like this paper. I didn't, isn't that pretty? Let's make something with these. Because I think you said hard reboot. So he was laughing at you. Oh dear. Okay, let's see. Do I want that one or this one? I think I'll do this one. Find something pretty to put on top. I think that blue is kind of pretty. What you think? Well, let's kind of do let's see here. Do I want to do like a collaged piece? I can't decide. Decisions. I'm just going to trim this gel print. I don't know. I have this thing that I like to trim the edges. Some people like to tear the edges. I have a tendency to like to cut them so that I end up with a relatively straight piece of paper to begin with. So let's make this. Let's see what our measurements are here. This is about a little under 5 inches. So if we go 5 this way and 4, 5 1/4 and 4 this way. And then we'll have some pieces left over. Isn't that blue and the purple kind of pretty? Like that? What do you think of that? Yeah, and like sometimes folding and tearing is also good. I think this time I want to do a pop of the teal. So when I print, it depends on how many I plan on printing, but I usually print on copy paper. Norella recommends a 24-pound copy paper to get the best results. Sometimes I'll use color laser paper because I'm using a color laser printer. If I'm using my inkjet printer to print, and I know that I want it to have some substance, then I'll print it on cardstock. Okay. Thank you, Chandra. Thank you. Glad you made it back, Mariana. Yay! I'm just painting the edges. That's what I like about, being a mixed media artist. You don't have to have every color of paper. You can make your own by painting it. I hardly buy paper anymore for this very reason, unless it's just white paper. I bought a thing of white paper the other day just because I needed some more. So I can do stuff like this. I used to buy a lot of paper by the ream years and years ago. And now I just buy as I need it, like the white paper, because I have so much paper that I'm trying to use it all up. You want the yellow card on there? Like that, Norella? We can do that. Let me lay that on here. I think I like the ones that have, FYI, Norella, I think I like the ones that have the black text on them. Those seem to pop out better than the ones that were in white. I don't know. That's just me. All right, let's add some distress ink to this one. We're going to do the yellow on that teal. I need to do some yellow gel prints. I got finished printing the other day and I put everything up and I was thumbing through all my papers. I was like, oh man, I didn't make any yellows. So I'm going to get my gel press out later, and I'll make some yellow gel prints. Oh yeah, and this is your perfect opportunity to tell Norella if you're looking for a certain type of project or you're wanting some kind of digital images. She'll take hints every once in a while. If she likes it enough, or if I prompt her, she'll make it. Oh dear. I know she's been making a bunch of planner kits to match her existing kits. I need to get some more printed off. I've got the Christmas planner kit printed. I guess I could go grab that. What do you think of that, Norella? Let's get it to focus in. Does that look good? Yeah, Norella wants some ideas. Let me go grab I know I got a kit, the Christmas kit. I can grab it. Oh, you like that? So here is the Christmas one. And so you want planner, traveler's notebook size kit size. Is that what you're wanting to go with your planners? Here it, and I think I need to adjust my printers because these are actually prettier than that. But this is one of the Golden Christmas. I was just printing some of the images out. Isn't that neat? These are the planner pages. I think Norella could work on making this into a traveler's notebook size. I like the planner pages. I didn't print them front to back. I thought about it, and I think I want to have the backs blank so that I can just free form write on them. Hey, Carol, so glad to have you here. You like that? So I think I printed, how many weeks are in December? Did I print enough? I think I did. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks that I printed. I have to look at the calendar. But that's the planner kit part of it. Not all of it, just part of it. Oh yeah, so she was wanting a generic traveler's notebook planner kit, Norella. So basically where this layout, but maybe there's no image here. It's just kind of a very generic one. So it could go with any of the planner kits. Maybe with some black and white art that you can color yourself. I don't know. That's something like that. What do you just maybe, yeah, vintage, no images? Well, and if they're images, they're just generic so that they're not, all kitty cats or poinsettias. Maybe it's, something simple. Yeah, just simplified, like the one with music could be a planner background. Like on this page here, without the washi tape of those colors, but the digital background. Yeah, so she's wanting planner kits can be anything. Take care, Mariana. Have a good day. Yep, I think we got it. The idea there. So there was that one. So let's see. What else do we want to do? Let's do a mixed media masterboard in a sense. So I'm just going to get a big piece of paper here. And I already have some scraps. So here's a few scraps that were from trimming out some of the pages. So let's grab a couple more. Let's do something like that, maybe. Oh yeah, I like that because it's got that white area. And this will be good. Maybe even that one. All right, so I got all these pieces of paper out. Let me grab my little mat. I think she has kind of a jazz theme somewhere, Austin. Hey, Maria. See you later, Norella. I'll message you if somebody else asks for some stuff. All right, so I've got a big piece of paper here. All righty, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to fold it over. Actually, I'll do the ruler trick. So you get kind of a rough edge. Another rough edge there. So you like a Monday start day instead of Sunday? Because she has Sunday, I think, on hers. I like Sunday because I know what day of the week it starts with. All righty. She had to go cook dinner, but I'll let her know. All right, so I'm going to take this, and I think probably right about there. And then we'll do one. I just like to rip some of the papers sometimes, but not all the time. So let's take this one and rip it. Rip it! Rip it out. Let's do this one. Huh, interesting. So Sunday is not the start of a week in most common things in the UK. That's an American thing. Interesting. I did not know that. Thank you, Austin. They'll come in handy. All righty. Just ripping paper. Sometimes I like to have long, skinny pieces with the text going in a different direction. All right, I think I got enough little pieces here that we can kind of get started. So I've got my little mixed media glue pot, which is basically, I still got paint on my brush, which is basically Aleene's tacky glue and a little bit of water. My brush was still wet. And I'm just painting it, painting on the glue onto a piece of cardstock, only because I just wanted it to have a firmer foundation. Well, enjoy your dinner, kitty. So we'll just kind of, and I like to make sure that I get enough glue on it that the edges aren't going to lift up in case I decide to trim this down to a smaller pieces. Let's go like this. What do you think? How are we doing here? We're just getting some variety laid out here. I'll do this one. And I'll even go over the top of another piece of paper when I add glue. Help stick it all down. Okay. Another thing I try to do is I'll rotate the text so it's not always going in one direction. What y'all working on while I'm playing here? I know Carrie's working on some stuff. Austin said he's working on Christmas cards or Christmas projects. Get a couple more pieces of paper. I like to have variety. Especially when we have all these colors. Maria's putting her laundry away. You can come do mine. I spent the day yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. I have a huge extra dining room table in my living room that I use a lot for arting. It's big enough that I think it will seat 10 people around it, if that gives you an idea how big it is. Yes, I'm gluing. And it was full of projects that I have not removed in a while. And so I decided I better work on it. And our heater wasn't working, so we had to wait for the heat and air guy to get here. And I was like, well, at least I got the table cleaned off while I'm waiting on the heat and air guy. And I think we're going to have Thanksgiving at my house now next week because I cleaned the table off. We have a place to eat. Oh, dear. Watching in bed, Susie. It's amazing to me how many people from all around the world in our different time zones and different aspects of the day. For example, Naomi, she's just getting up and it's tomorrow where she is. But nevertheless, it's still kind of cool. I think I'm going to put this one over here. So this could be used to make journal cards as well. You could take this and sew around each piece if you want to get that Franken Pages look on here. I'm just adding bits and pieces. Sometimes I'll line it up with another, sometimes I won't. It's also a great way to use up your leftover paper. So if you've got some projects you made and you had all these leftover bits, instead of just throwing them in a bin, go ahead and turn them into Franken Pages. You're finishing up some junk journals. I've got a bunch of junk journals I need to finish. Bunch. It's keeping me busy. Let's see here. Let's put this green. What do you think? Right there? Like the green? I don't know. I like adding unusual colors together. I think it's fun. So we'll add that right there. Christmas for your granddaughter. Christmas tag. Does she know about it, or is this going to be a gift, Carrie? So who, when they are crafting and arting, listens to music? You just get out the music and you're jamming away and you're in your creative zone. Do you do that? Or are you someone that likes to watch movies or television shows? Or does it have to be quiet so you can think and contemplate? I'm just going around trimming off the edges. You like the color combinations? I don't know. I have to be different. I like wild color. Special channel on Spotify. Austin's listening to the holiday traditions on Sirius because I'm 80 at heart. That's funny. Craft videos. Awesome. Awesome. Really quiet. You like that? All right. So what do we think? Probably a journal card, maybe? Okay, what is this on Amazon? Calm Crafternoon? I'll have to look that up. That sounds interesting. All right, let's see. What do we want to make? Do we make some journal cards and put some of these images on top? I don't even think they would need a mat. What do you think? If we just put them straight on top? You like that? So what size should I make? Should I do some 3x4 cards, maybe? So that's 8.5. We do a 4-inch. That wouldn't be a very big card. I'll just go ahead and do the half sheet and 4 1/4. So now, see how that changed the look of it by trimming it down? Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out. I have Amazon Prime. So let's cut this one down. So now, look at there, how that turned out. Wash my brush. What do you think of those? And we can do something like that. You think it needs a mat, or do I go ahead and just paste it down without a mat? I think that one should go over here. What do you think? Do you like those? Without mat. Okay. That's what I'm thinking too. I think there's enough color. And then these will be good cards. All right, so let's put some distress ink around the edges. So, you know, I think it's so easy to just grab some papers that you like, or even if you don't like, and tear them up into smaller bits, cut them up into smaller bits, and make the freaking page look by just putting them all around. Use that junk mail that has cool images in it, just whatever that you enjoy, and make little journal cards like that. Where's the glue? It's right here. I got my glue. I got my big bottle of glue. That's too funny. Oh, so glad you're watching, Grace. Okay, we're going to put this one here. And I have a stamp I may try there. You know, I just bought some the mediums I need to add to paint to do an acrylic pour, and I haven't done it yet, mainly because it takes 24 hours for those things to dry. So I'm like, I don't know that I want to get in the middle of that just yet. I may do it later in the month after Thanksgiving when I know my family's not coming to use my table in the other room. Okay, we're starting to get there. I think I'm going to add some stuff to this in a moment, some borders, I think. We've been watching some Netflix shows. We don't have cable, and we don't have an antenna for our television, so I don't even watch the local news. If we need to know something, we'll usually go online and look, or one of my friends on Facebook will tell me. Oh, really? You think that doing the acrylic pours is less of a mess than all of the papers around? Gotcha. I think I'll put this right here. Okay. So I've got, do I want to do that? What do I want to do? I think I'm going to try that. I've got some pastel chalk. This is just black. Black. I'm just going to go right around. And we're going to go across here. And then we'll blend this. So this is taking the place of stitches. Okay. And then I've got a paper towel here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of make it look like a finger. And I'm just rubbing it just to kind of blend it in. So we don't have local news, and I don't watch a lot of stuff that others watch, but we'll watch Netflix. You got a favorite Netflix store or show? Got a favorite Netflix show that you like? What do you think of that? And then I think I want, let me see if I can find it. Of course, when I want something, it's not right where I think it should be. And it's probably right under my nose, and that's why I don't see it. I thought I had a bottle. Well, there's my black. I don't see my white. I have a bottle of white paint. Yeah, use those pastels. They're handy. Well, poo. What I want, I can't find. That's the story of my life. Look at this one more time. I got every color, the color that I want. All right, so I was going to use my writing tool, but we're going to get a paintbrush. Here, we'll do this one. We're just going to add some white in a couple of spots. It's not a lot. It's just a little bit. I have a paint pen, in a sense. Basically, it's a no-clog writing cap on a bottle of acrylic paint. How's that? Just kind of add a little bit of different texture to it. And then this can be written over here if you want. Love Puss in Boots on your niece's Netflix account. That's funny. Well, we didn't have HBO a couple years ago. We were wanting to watch something on HBO, and one of my friends let me use her account for a couple of days so we could watch something. All right. I want to do something different on this one. What do I want to do? Let me get my black paint because I like it. Here it is. Let's just do this. So here's what I was talking about, but normally I have it with white too. Oh wow. Well, we don't watch a lot of cable TV to begin with. We would watch Netflix, but that was it. So we didn't think it was really prudent with our money to pay for something that we don't really watch that much of. So now I'm just kind of doing a little squiggly line around the outside edge. And that's paint that I just put on there. What do you think of that? You got this one. Let's get this one on there. You like those? I used to watch TV a little bit more years ago, but some of the stuff just annoys the crap out of me. Well, these are going to be little note cards I'm going to put into a junk journal that I'm making. So this is from Scrap Perfect. Let me grab the link so I can get my mouse here. And basically, it's a no clog writing cap, and it will fit on the large will fit on the craft paint size. It'll also fit on Aleene's tacky glue size. It also fits on the Best Glue Ever by Scrap Perfect. I'm getting the link. One moment, please. So this link will take you to the landing page of Scrap Perfect, and then you have to choose from the drop-down box which one you want. And if you're wanting it to fit on the paint bottle, you want the large. I agree. Since I don't watch the news, I don't know about a lot of the stuff that's going on, and I think I'm happier for it. You're very welcome. Very welcome, Deborah. I don't need to watch all that garbage. It doesn't make me happy at all. Hey, Rose. And so many people have anxiety and they're so worried about what's going on. And personally, I think that a lot of the news is so fake and overdone, and all they're trying to do is to get ratings. They're trying to sell ads so you can buy more product that you don't need. And we don't know about any of that anymore. So it's kind of nice. You don't have to worry about it. I'm not prompted to go buy something. What do you think of that? I hate it when I do that, Gloria. I put something away and it's like, what did I do with that? Why can't I find it? It's never where it's supposed to be. I know I'd rather be crafting too. And, I have Amazon Prime because of shipping. And then when they started adding the movies and shows to Amazon Prime, I was like, oh, okay, well, I can use that. I don't mind. But I wouldn't pay for it separately. They keep trying to get me to pay for another version of the music, I guess it is, with Amazon Prime. But I have so much music. And, Pandora's free. I mean, come on. Why do I need to pay for another service that I hardly use? Someone shared the other day that on average, the American spends 9 hours a week commuting in their vehicle. So if you take in consideration how much you're paying for a vehicle, 9 hours a week is really not very many hours for as expensive as the vehicles are. I don't know why these are different sizes, but they are. What do you think of those? Oops, I'm not in screen. Yeah, I don't need the news. I like Netflix. They have some good shows. Sometimes they're kind of cheesy, but they're not bad. We enjoy it. You like those? So that's what I make with my mixed media pieces. Some of this is copied digital paper, and some of them they're originals. And this is one I made earlier where we actually matted the other one on top. I set that. I don't want to set it on top of the others because they're still wet. This one's not, but we can put it there. So there's one I made. I've lost one. It flew the coop. There it is. And here's one I made with the stitches. There's the bookmark I made. And here's another one I made. You like that poppy yellow? It's kind of nice, isn't it? Even on here too. A little poppy yellow. Well, that's what I'm doing. Midsummer Murders on Netflix. Is that a good one? We've been watching, we finished watching The Haunting of Hill. What is it called? Hill something? Hill House? The Haunting of Hill House? Whatever that is. I think it's Hill House because they were also calling it Hill House. That was an interesting show. And currently we're watching the American Horror, the newest one, because Henry likes the old one. So we're watching the current one. That's kind of weird. The Crown is good. I've seen the first 2 seasons. And I've heard that the 3rd season is going to have completely different actors because it's going to go forward in time. I don't read as much as I used to, Gloria. I used to read a lot. My old job that I had, I would get all my work done. I would go to see if anybody else needed anything done. And if there wasn't anything to do, I would read for a little bit. And I used to read a lot of books, especially on my breaks and lunchtime. I would read as much as I can. And now I don't take the time to sit down and read except for a few minutes at night before I go to bed. So I may read a chapter in a book a night. Hey, Jenny. I don't read a whole lot. Well, this is what I made, just kind of goofing off. This one I think I'm going to take to the sewing machine. I think I want to add some stitches on that one. So I'm going to lay that over there. And I didn't have anybody to collect the names for me today, Les, so I don't have a drawing in the YouTube. Let's do this. When the video is over, I won't know. When the video is over, I will pick 2 people and I will send one of these cards to. How's that sound? Because I need some of these to go in a journal I'm working on. So make sure you leave a comment if you're here. And what I'll do is I'll write everybody's name down when I get off. And I will draw one. And then I will post on the comments below here on the video who those winners were. So make sure that you contact me with your address so I can ship it to you. Yeah, drawing, Sandra says. Thank you, Jenny. The bird cage and watching me. How fun. PBS. So I don't even get PBS unless I do it through one of the Netflix, one of the online stuff. I don't know, this was kind of fun to do it this way. I've got several images printed out, so I'm going to try to make some more so I can use them. This one's still wet. I think I like the one with the line over the chalk. Which do you like better? Did you like when I doodle the line around the outside edge? Or do you like the one where I use the chalk? Or maybe both. Maybe it needed some chalk. Maybe I need to do that with this one, is put some black lines around it. I think I'm going to do that. It's mine. I can do that. You know, and sometimes I won't have anything on. I'll just sit in my room and craft, and it'll be quiet. If it's weather's nice, I'll go outside. But since we have snow on the ground, I'm not going outside today. I think that kind of helped, adding the black on there, the black paint. What do you think? The theme of this journal, I guess it's just positive thoughts, maybe, because it's got all of these quotes. So my Calico Collage images that I'm going to use are all of these images. I'll get them out. So, and I even have some domino sized images as well. And then I've got more of these. So I thought all these bright, beautiful colors. I'm hoping I can use this one and make some little page tabs or something with those. These are all Calico Collage. I shared the link earlier. And then this one with the quotes. Well, I'm glad you came by, Erin. So now you're in there, so you can get a chance to win one of the cards. And so what I thought I would do is some of my pages, when I make my journal, are going to be these pages. And then I can add a Calico Collage image to it or a tag. And that way I'm using some of these gel prints that I've spent so much time making. So that's what I'm going to do. It's just going to have bright colors and neat images like that. Really, cable doesn't have the music channels anymore. I know that we used to use those. Yeah, I don't watch the sports either, Les. The only sport that I watch is I'll watch the Thunder basketball game when they play. That's it. Maybe it depends on the yeah, we need 30 crafting channels. That's why we have YouTube, Austin. Oh dear. 30 crafting stations. Yeah, these are going to be cards that I'll use in a journal. So I'll make pages. So pretend this is a page and I haven't trimmed it yet. And then I'll have pockets in there to put the journal cards. Okay. And I'll make some, wherever my bookmark is, I'll have some bookmarks that'll be in there as well. Okay. And I'll make some altered paper clips. Hey, let's just do that. I can do that right now. Let me grab another color. Oh, here's a bright pink. You think the bright pink and the yellow? I don't know. Maybe not the yellow. Should I do black? Or should we do this green? Which one do you like better? Maybe that blue. I think I'll do the green one. Oh, yeah. What's your YouTube? If you have a YouTube, say, I have a YouTube. All right. So here's... let's see. I need to walk more often too. I have a tendency to stay on my derriere too much. When I'm making quick journals that don't have tons of embellished pieces of paper in it, I will put between 8 and 10 sheets of paper folded in half. So if you do 10 pieces of paper folded in half, you'll get 40 pages in a journal. All right, so I just folded a piece of paper in half. So we're going to make an altered paper clip here. So I took one of the gel prints and I folded it in half, and then I folded it in half again. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on the inside here, going all the way to the edge. I'm going to glue that together. I have crafter's butt too. Yeah, HDTV used to have lots of great craft shows. Now it's all about flipping houses, and I don't care about flipping houses. I'm not moving anytime soon. Yeah, 7.5. 7.5 is the size of it. Yeah, so if you put like 7 sheets of paper that you fold in half, and then you take that times 4, that's how many pages you will have. Yeah, really, how many times do you model or resell a house? I'm not going to ever do that again. I already remodeled one house once and lived in it while we did it. No thanks. This house needs some little bit of remodeling, like our bathrooms need updating. But thankfully we have more than one bathroom, so we could do one at a time. And maybe that'll be something we do in the future. Got to have money for that. All right, so I just put glue on the inside of this and around the paper clip, and then I'll press this together. You could go to a sewing machine and stitch this before it was glued together, so you could have stitches on top. I know, they all look the same to me too, those house shows. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. What do you think? Do we want the pink with a purple matte? Does that make that nice and bright and cool? What do you think? I think I want to put some stamping on here. So this is a stamp that I now carry in my shop. And it's, I don't know, it's just kind of cool. It has this neat postcard look to it. I'm going to stamp it over the top of this. Kind of give a little texture to it, a little bit. Yeah, I know. You look at these homes that they're remodeling, and before they even remodel, I'm like, man, I'd like to live there. Don't even have to remodel it. I think we're going to have some bright colors. Colorful. And then that'll be stuck down to there. What do you think, Grace? Are you still watching? Do I need more glue? And that's just simple. See how simple that was? It doesn't have to be overly embellished. I prefer in journals that I'm going to write in for them to not have huge 3D embellishments. I think they're gorgeous, but they're not practical for before writing in the journal. Now, once the journal has been written in, go back and add all the 3D embellishments you want. You like it? Am I getting it straight? Grace is enthralled. Is she learning? Is she going to be our next greatest artist? All right, so then that is, let's make a pocket. because I know I'm going to need some pockets to put things in. Need some pockets, so I'm going to put this on here and trim it out. And I think I want it to be about 4.5 inches wide, so it's not taking up too much. And I think I want about 3 inches. So here's what I did. I trimmed down the sides so that it's 4.5 inches wide, and then I cut where the painted part is 3 inches, and then whatever the top is what it is. Move the computer so she can see the lady. That's funny. Oh, kids crack me up. So here's what I did. I'm folding down that edge. I'm going to trim this at a little bit of a diagonal just so it's out of the way. And then I'll put a little bit of glue on here. Fold this one down. And the only reason why I'm doing this folding over the edge is because this is a book page, and book pages are kind of thin. And so by folding this over the edge, it'll add a little bit of strength. Kids are special. Yeah, they are. All right, so I think I want to stamp on that. So I'm going to ink this up. I think I need to put some more ink in my... So I use a re-inker. Oh, I guess I need to order some more. I should put it on my wish list and y'all can buy me some things on my wish list. Maybe that's what I should do. Start sharing my wish list. I want to thank Carrie again. Before I did the gel printing that week, I had said that I was interested in buying the larger gel plate, and she sent me one as a gift, so I'm thankful for that. I need to share my wish list. Well, I can do that. What do you think? Do you like that? I think that looks kind of pretty. I'll grab my wish list. Let me see if I can get to it. So if I go here, lists, and send list to others. I need to update it. Here's the link. I don't know if this will let me see if it'll send. Y'all see that link? That's my wish list link, and I need to update it with some new stuff. And then this will go on here. I have a wish list for things I might want. So I'm going to sew on this just to show you what it looks like. If I don't kill myself with my tools. So what I'll do is I'll take the top portion and sew over that, and then I'll stack them together, and I'll sew all the way around the outside edge. Well, thank you, Rose. I need to put all the stuff I need on my wish list, and then that way if someone's feeling generous while they're shopping, they can grab an item and send it to me. Okay, I've got 2.5 sides sewn on this pocket. So this will be a pocket that'll go in my journal. That's going to be a mixed media journal. So there, we think that's a pocket. So then I'll find one of these journal cards that's dry. That can, oh wait, these are too big, aren't they? Dang it! I'll have to make some smaller ones. I'll have to make some smaller ones, but this one will fit. Oh, the spice rack was to hold some things I would uh, store. You know, sorry silk, I don't care. Any color is beautiful to me personally. I like all of them. I probably need to edit my list. I don't know what's on it right now. Oh yes, I was good. I added some shipping labels. And the sari silk, I just thought they were really pretty. So I like the bright blues and greens and pinks. And the shelf spice rack stacker organizer is so that I could put some things in my stamp cabinet at the shop. Oh, and I already have this one, so I need to delete that. And I got that. That's what I need to do is change some of the things that I already have. I want one of these tote things really bad. I don't know. I just add things to it whenever I think about it and that I think would be handy to have. And also sometimes I'll do things that I think others might like to have. So if I show it in a live stream, I can do that as well. So if any time that you want me to show something, ask me if I have it. And yeah, I need to pretend I'm shopping exactly. um, and I guess if there's something you want me to show and you know I don't own it, you can send it to me and I'll do a video on how to use that product, even if I've never used it before. Pretend shopping. I know it's kind of like, ooh, I want that. Ooh, I want that. So, ooh, and I want that. There's too many things out there that I don't need. What is something that you wish was that you could get that would be on your shopping list? What is something that you want? What now? Oh, there's so many of those reality TV shows that are ridiculous. I don't even I don't even watch them. Oh man, you got rid of one of those tote things. I think it would be kind of handy to have for doing small workshops so I can carry things around. I got one of those big wagons. Henry gave me one of those. I love it. Oh, Cricut. You know, I love my Cricut. I purchased my first Cricut when they first came out. It's one of the little ones. So it only did 6 inches wide by 12 inches long, 12 inches long. And I loved it to death. And then I started buying all the images whenever I found them on sale, you know, at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's. I've even found some at Big Lots and Tuesday Morning over the years. And you need to get that Cricut out, girl. And I have over 11,000 images that are tied to my Cricut. So whenever the Expression came out, it was on sale at Walmart for I think it was like $150. It was normally a $300 machine, and Henry bought it for Christmas for me. And that was several years ago. And then when they came out with the newest model that you can use with the online software, that was 2 years ago, and I bought that one, and I love it. Oh, you do the monthly subscribes? That's perfect, Robin. Since I bought all those images all those years ago, I has so many that I don't buy any. I'll search through my images and see if I can make something I have works. And I think it's worth having. Oh no, Christine. I also have the silhouette, and I don't pay for additional stuff with the silhouette. I like the silhouette's print and cut feature better than I do the Cricut print and cut feature. I don't think they work the same, and I like the way the silhouette works. I have an older model of the scan and cut, and it didn't work so well for me, but I'm going to move it to the shop and use it there. But the scan and cut, from what I've seen online, they look awesome. Maybe you need to watch a couple of tutorials, Christine. Yeah, you have the Cricut Air too. I have the Cricut Air. I like it. Oh, vinyl letter stuff. That would be fun. You have the original 6-inch Cricut as well, Erin. I still have mine. I never got rid of it. I could probably get out some vinyl. I have some vinyl. I'll have to find it. Maybe I can figure out how to oh, I know what I do. I can probably cut somebody like a phrase out of glitter vinyl that I can stick on the front of my journal. I'll work on that, see what I can figure out. You never update. I did update because I started using mine and was learning about the new ones could do. I don't know any particular one that does paper craft stuff with Cricut. There is a blog called Fantabulous Cricut Challenge blog. Fantabulous. Fantabulous Cricut Challenge blog. Let me find that. I'm getting the link. So what this blog is about is they have a challenge every week, I think, or 2 weeks. And you can look at what people made and be inspired by it. I don't use my Sizzix as much anymore. I have the Gemini and the Sizzix, and right now that I don't have the space dedicated for each one. And that's what I need to do, is really dedicate it. Oh, that's awesome that your groomsman got you the Cricut. That's awesome. Well, I kind of use my Cricut for junk journal tutorial. I use it differently. Whenever I use my Cricut, I'll do things like cut the page, what are they called? Page tabs. I use my craft. I'm going to see if I had some laying here. I don't see them. The page tabs that I have on the journals, I'll show you. This one here, I used my Cricut to cut some of those out, and I'll have it cut shaped things. Goodbye, Christina. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy Grace. Grace is her granddaughter. Yeah, so I make my projects as I go along too. You know, I just kind of look at them and try to find an image I like, and I'll cut it whatever shape. Oh, here they are. Here's my. So this is a page tab, and then I sewed a piece of eyelash trim and lace. So that's a Cricut cut. Yeah, I'll see if I can share it. I still need to learn how to do that. I made this one. So that's a round punch. And I made that. So that's a page tab. So those are some fun things. I don't know. I'm just trying to do a few things with it. Tell me what you want to do in your Cricut, Austin. You can even send me a PM, and I can kind of give you some tips and ideas. I like using mine. It's really handy. So those are some things I've been doing. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, I think I'm going to get off here. Oh, have fun at game night. Good to see you here, Austin. Okay, good. Well, I think I'm going to get off here unless you have any more questions. Any more questions? We've been on here almost 2 hours. Time flies. So you've seen lots of cool things that I made today. I know, it's already time to go. I've been on here for 2 hours. I haven't seen the newest Cricut. Cricut or Circuit, I don't know how you want to say that. I haven't seen a reason to buy the newest one for me yet because I do have the Silhouette and the Cricut. You're very welcome, Gloria. Oh, I have to say goodbye first, Robin says. Let's go by fast. It's crazy how fast it goes. Next week, we'll do some Christmas. We'll do, apparently they want me to do an advent calendar next week. So I got to figure that out, huh? I'm glad you did, Paul. I'm glad it gave you some ideas to try some stuff and have fun and play. Yeah, I think I agree with that, Marion. Some days I'm like, wow, this time's gone by so fast. You know, it depends on what I'm doing, Gloria. If I'm taking a Calico Collage image that's a funny shape and I want to have it fussy cut for me, I use the Silhouette. If I want my plethora of designs that Cricut has and I want to make in fact, I made these. This is a stencil that I made using my Cricut because I have that image that I own. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forget about Melody Lane. She has a good Cricut channel. Bye, Christina. Hi, Christine. Yeah, Melody Lane has a good channel for Cricut stuff. Coffee, Chandra, get your coffee. So then I don't know, it just kind of depends on what I'm doing. I know that was kind of vague. If you don't own any images whatsoever, you don't plan to do digital downloads, but you want to do the subscription of images with Cricut, I think it's a good value. If you're a person that does a ton of digital downloads and you want the cutter to cut out the images for you, I think the Silhouette is better. Does that help? Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks, Carol. Again, before I hang up here, make sure you say something and I'll count up or write everybody's name down and do a drawing for a couple of these cards, okay? I'm going to get off here. Oh, good. You have Tuesday mornings off. That's good. So you can stay up late and craft early in the morning or late in the morning. All right. Well, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to say goodbye. Now you've got to hang up now, okay? Say bye-bye. Love you lots. I really appreciate you being here. Again, share this video with your friends. Comment on it. Check out my Facebook groups, my Patreon, my shop. Come back here. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Robin's like, I am wanting to go. Poof. All right, you hang up now, okay? Give me a thumbs up. You can go across the screen. Oh, dear. Y'all have a fabulous rest of your day, whatever it may be. If you're going to bed or getting up, middle of your day, time for dinner, whatever it is, have a fabulous one. And thanks so much for watching. And we'll see you next week. 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, same bat place, and hopefully we won't have technical difficulties. Thank you, Carrie. You're very welcome. Good night, Maria. All right, I'm going to hit the end button. Oh, good. Good job, Carrie. Same bat place, same bat channel. All right, y'all have a good one. Love you lots. I'm going to hang up. Bye.